I was born and brought up in a small town in the south of India. My family was very conservative and treated women very differently from men. I had a very early indoctrination of being the second in all matters concerning equal status. I learned that men ate, women cleaned. From as early as primary school, my family's focus was squarely on my clothes, my looks, combined with the fear of how I was going to make it through to adulthood in this man-made world. In time, this focus became even more restrictive for me than it already was. A close watch on the clothes I wore, constant scrutiny over the way I sat, walked, rode a bicycle, and talked to others, especially men. I will never forget the day my grandfather imparted what he thought was a life lesson for an 11-year-old girl. He showed me a bunch of articles he carefully clipped out from newspapers over many days. All of them were about rapes and male sexual violence committed against women and girls in my country. He didn't show them to me to encourage or empower me to face the harsh reality of women in India. Instead, he told me that if I wasn't careful enough, something similar would happen to me too. At 35, I cringe when I recollect this memory. Yet my grandfather and my whole family claim to have had my best interests in mind. My male siblings were never shown such news items to teach them to respect women or treat them as equals. Growing up, I was repeatedly sexually abused by an older relative, but the entire family remained silent, therefore enabling him. He had abused 2 women before me and 1 after. By the time I hit puberty, I had already hated my body enough that I wished I was either non-existent or a man, because then I wouldn't be given the side eye every time some poor girl got herself raped. I'm quite sure that I suffered from dysphoria of some kind. In the late 80s, my small town didn't offer much to explain my condition, or why I desperately wanted my breasts removed from my body. Complaining to my family that I was being touched and groped by men would have further curtailed my freedom. So I sported short hair and loathed wearing dresses because it brought attention to my womanhood. A pair of jeans, a baggy t-shirt, sports bra, and a hat would summarize my wardrobe on most days. Knowing fully well that I had the privileges that many of my sisters didn't, I keep thinking to myself more than 2 decades later, would I have opted to get rid of my breasts and transition into a man to save myself?